Oh, such a clutch off-season pickup, Dave.
I was worried we'd bring back the same team.
I meant those blackout motorized shades.
Blinds.com made it crazy affordable to replace our old blinds.
Hard to install?
No, it's easy. I installed these and then got some for my mom. She talked to a design consultant for free and scheduled a professional measure and install.
Hall of Fame son.
They're the #1 online retailer of custom window coverings in the world.
Blinds.com is the GOAT.
Visit Blinds.com now for up to 45% off site-wide and free professional installation. Rules and restrictions apply.
The Kid LAROI, back when you were mine. Let's talk about it. How y'all doing? Welcome to Let's Talk About It Music Reviews Season 12. How y'all doing? Welcome to the show. Man, it's getting crazy. I gotta get used to saying Season 12 now. Welcome to the show, guys. You know, I thought we could get out here and do a little bit of a night episode. I did a couple of episodes already in Season 12. You know, do it in the morning time. Not really the morning time, I'll be honest with you. It's more like the noon time, you know. So I just said we might as well do a little bit of a night episode. Yes, it is probably fucking freezing out here, but who the hell cares? Because we got the Kid LAROI singing in the rain, crying in the rain, smoking in the rain. That's what this whole new album is about. And I haven't talked about the Kid LAROI for a little bit now. I've been kind of saving talking about the Kid LAROI because I really want to cover this new album. Now, this new album is dropping sometime in January. I kind of forgot, but I will, update y'all once I do another single. Or when the album drops, we'll cover probably a song or two. We will be doing an album review of this album pretty soon. But guys, let's get into it, because already we got some Michael Jackson vibes that are in this song. Now, is it anything crazy? Is it anything, super fucking good? Am I, bobbing my damn head to it? Yes, I am. As the years go by, in my opinion, the Kid LAROI singing just gets so much better, drops so much better songs. There was that weird 2025 period at the end where he was dropping these, really high-pitched vocal songs, which I didn't really vibe with. Just be honest with you, they didn't sound the best in my opinion. But then he's got tracks, in the beginning of 2025, which, were full of fucking bangers. So I just think as the years go by, the Kid LAROI is just popping out with a really good song here, a really good song there. It's like, damn, this shit sounds really fucking good. And also the fact, too, I really do enjoy this beat. Because, it is that simple, kind of slow acoustic guitar instrumental. But this is how you kind of, switch it up. You kind of give it a little bit of some flavor. You spice it up. I like how this guitar has these subtle switch-ups that make it feel a little bit more unique. It doesn't feel, that I just went on the computer, looked up some fucking acoustic guitar loops and just called it a day. No, this one feels like, you sat down and you really strung these damn chords together, which are, really fire. I like how it doesn't really feel artificial. It feels fucking natural, and that's the vibes I want if you are going to be doing the acoustic guitar instrumental. And I do like how there is a beat here. There's a little bit of a groove here. I like how the guitar instrumental is not only for a slow, sappy song. No, it's actually got a little bit of a rhythm to it. It's actually got a vibe going for it. So I overall really do enjoy that. Now let's get into the Kid LAROI's verse, because overall I like the instrumental. I like how that's been fucking sounding. But also, I like the fact that the Kid LAROI comes on here and just completely delivers a really nice beginning verse. I think this singing is one of the big standouts here. I really like the Kid LAROI's vocals, especially when he can do these slight vocal switch-ups, where he knows just how to flow on a track. And when you can flow on a guitar instrumental, when you can flow on a beat that really, might in theory not have a lot to it, but as you really sit down and listen to it, you get a lot of different elements. And I like the fact that he's able to flow really good on these elements. There's not a lot of artists in the big 2026 now can really get on this level, can really flow well on different types of styles of instrumentals. And when you can actually have an instrumental that's got a lot to it that sounds really fucking fire, hey, I'm fucking having a great ass fucking time listening to this. Overall, I think this beginning verse sounds really fucking good. And I think the singing on here is one of the big standouts. And I'd say this is some of the best singing that I've heard from the Kid LAROI. But let's get into that hook, because that hook is actually one of the big standouts that I actually really enjoy. I was thinking, am I going to enjoy this hook? And as I'm listening to it, yeah, I think this hook is really good. Because I like how, this hook has two different things going on. And when you have two different things going on, when you have those things where, you know, you start out with the really nice vocals, the kind of low, kind of layered vocals that sound really good. Those background vocals are amazing. But then you also can switch it up and, you know, have this vocal runoff at the end. When you have a vocal runoff and you just start singing your ass off too when you switch it up, that's really fire in my opinion too. So I like how we get those two factors in this hook. It just makes this hook more enjoyable to listen to. You know, makes it where you want to go back and just listen to it over and over and over again. Fucking fantastic in my opinion. So I really like this acoustic guitar instrumental. I like how it has the subtle switch ups too. I really like that beginning verse, and that beginning verse comes in pretty strong. And I also like that hook. I think it's one of the more better Heartbreak hooks because it has that switch up too, where it's the all mine part, and that all mine part's, you know, very layered vocally. It sounds really fucking good. You know, I like those little background vocals. When you can do those kind of R&B background vocals too, you're going to win me over. You're going to make me have a really good time listening to a damn track. So already I'm really liking the fucking vibes here. I think the vibes are one of the big standout on this track. And yeah, I think this is definitely giving some Michael Jackson vibes for sure. You know, just how the, you know, the flow, the rhythm. But I do like the second verse. You know, I like how the second verse is not the same as the first one. You know, you actually have a little bit of a vocal switch up. You get more powerful vocals from the Kid LAROI. And you also get a little bit of a flow switch. And he starts really attacking this beat. Really starts going at it. You know, those drums start to kick in. And the vibes really just get going. And I'm like, damn, this shit's fucking fire. So, you know, overall, guys, we talk about the Kid LAROI, Back When You Were Mine. I think, you know, this track right here is, you know, has the grand standings of, you know, having those MJ vibes, but, you know, also having the moment where, you know, you have a really nice acoustic guitar instrumental that, you know, doesn't feel really basic. Actually feels like it's got some life to it. It's got some fucking energy to it, which I do like. And also the fact, too, you know, you have a really nice hook that fucking sounds fantastic. You have a couple of verses there that just go fucking off the damn rails. So overall, I'm having a good fucking time listening to this track. And I'm going to say Back When You Were Mine, hey, it's easily going to get a fucking 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10, guys. What y'all think about it? Did you love it? Did you hate it? I don't know. Let me know. If you're on YouTube, Spotify, Pandora, wherever you get your podcast at, make sure you follow. Turn on notifications, guys. We're dropping new content every single day. And man, you know, I just spent all night, you know, I spent my, you know, mid-evening, mid kind of day, you know, going over, watching some football, you know, watching the NFL, watching the Seahawks actually take over the #1 seed, which is fucking insane to me. You know, also having the 49ers kind of lose badly, which is kind of funny. They kind of lost badly. So by the time you're listening to this, I just got done wrapping those games up. Can't wait for some Sunday football action. It's going to be one of the last, you know, Sundays, you know, one of the main Sundays, you know, the regular season of the NFL. And, yeah, I'm about to go, you know, watch that tomorrow. So, hope y'all have a good fucking Sunday. Good fucking, you know, Sunday night. And I'll see y'all later. Have a good one. Yeah, guys.